What's up, everybody? I'm Jennings.
And I'm Dominic Santana.
And you're watching Worldwide Entertainment TV.
WorldwideEntertainmentTV.com, official media platform for the Legacy Park home of the new Tupac statue.
Hey guys, welcome back to Worldwide Entertainment TV. I'm Jennings, and I am sitting here in YouTube Space LA with the very talented Dominic Santana, who plays Suge Knight in the upcoming Tupac biopic All Eyez On Me, out June 16th.
Yep.
Thanks so much for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. How's your time been in LA so far?
LA is always fun. This time around, though, it's a lot of press and work, but it's fun work.
Yeah, definitely. Promoting the movie and getting ready for everything must be pretty exciting.
Yeah, it's insane.
Bro, Pop?
Big Suge. What's up with you?
Say no saying. Brought you a little gift.
For one song?
I told you it was more than just about the music, didn't I?
Man, that's what's up right there. Get all this goddamn money, hey.
Now, in preparation for the role of Suge Knight, what exactly did you have to do? Did you research? Did you stay in character all the time, even when you were out of scenes? How did that work for you?
I did a lot of research. I did a lot of reading old articles, staring at pictures of Suge Knight, different pictures, from different time periods, watching videos, finding like old obscure videos of maybe like behind the scenes with him and Tupac, so I could see them interacting.
Right.
Outside of just what the media showed. Just listening to him talk, seeing the kind of words, his vernacular, all that stuff, and just really kind of trying to get everything down pat. And then I was fortunate because in this movie there are people involved who were at death row, who were around and knew or still know Suge, knew Tupac, all that. So there was people there that could tell you like, no, I know him. That's that's not how he is.
Yeah.
Or do more like this or that, stuff like that. So I had a lot of consultants, basically.
Yeah, that's good. It's always good to have someone who is close to the character or the actual person to give you pointers. So what was it like working with the rest of the crew and the cast, and had you worked with any of them before this film?
I think there was like one crew member I had worked with. Everybody else I had never worked with before, So it was pretty amazing. We all just really bonded. There was no drama, no craziness happening. I mean, outside of like, meeting timelines or weather and stuff like that. But crew-wise, that's what I think what surprised me the most was there was no drama. Usually somebody freaks out at some point on a film. It just happens, period.
Right.
But, it wasn't happening on our film set. We had a lot of fun. And we bonded a lot. And then everybody that was involved also had a love for pop.
Right.
So everybody's mindset was like, we got to do this right.
Big Suge. All Eyez On Me got the world shook.
There have been a number of other films and documentaries that revolved around Tupac and his story. But this one seems to be a lot more in depth than what we've seen so far. Yeah. So I'm personally excited to see that. Did that make it more meaningful for you all to actually know that this is going to be like really, really in depth and really detailed and just hopefully to, like you said, live out his legacy?
Yeah, I was really excited and happy about that. It wasn't what, it's funny because a lot of people were, giving their 2 cents, of course, without knowing what the movie's about, like toward the beginning.
Right.
And so it's like, I saw where some people were saying things like, probably just going to show us everything we already know. And it's actually quite the opposite, So it was shot more like in the vein of like Ray, not just like Ray, but how it was, it was, you had Ray's music in it, but it wasn't focused on his music. It was focused on Ray, the person, and what all came together to make Ray Charles. And that's how this was. and then they got people, you know, they got an Oscar-winning, you know, editor, and you know, just a lot of the crew, the DP, a lot of people involved were like either legends or, you know, big names. That's the thing. Like if you look on like IMDb or see who all was involved, you'll see it's not just, you know, stars in front of the camera, but then it's like, you know, stars behind the camera, and you get to see his interaction with his mother. Because, and that's the other thing I love too, because people that don't really know Pac's story, they know the music, things said in music. So they know Afeni, and they think of Afeni on drugs and all that, but they don't see that she was so much more. And it was also during the time where the crack epidemic hit, you know, when he was a child. And crack wasn't viewed as, you know, now we think of people on crack like, oh, crackhead, you know. But a lot of people don't understand the history of it. When crack hit the scene, it was kind of touted like, you know, smoking weed or something like that. So a lot of people were like getting into it, not realizing down the road, hey, this is going to really jack me up. We know that now, but in the beginning, it was like a party, you know, a party drug. Oh, this is okay. You know, and so, and some of the stuff they were going through, especially in the inner city areas, urban areas, low income areas, you know, people, they like to forget. So people either drink, you know, smoke marijuana or whatever. And so, you know, she kind of got caught up in that whole phase like millions of other people did, and then found out too late that, no, this is really going to mess you up. And so seeing him deal, you know, seeing her before that, and seeing the bright, intelligent, activist, you know, strong, powerful woman, you know, and then you get to see where that part of Pac came from. From his stepfather, Matula Shakur, and his mother, you know, and his aunt, Asada Shakur, and just them being involved in the Black Panthers, and just really standing up for the community and Black people, and seeing, you know, and that's why, you know, that's how you find out, you know, why Pac was so adamant about, you know, rising the people and, you know, being Black is beautiful, and, you know, that whole aspect of him.
While you were researching and preparing to play Suge, were there any things, any details in particular that maybe you didn't know before that surprised you, or that you are looking forward to the audience seeing, besides everything that you just mentioned about Pac? Was there anything about Suge that maybe people don't know?
I think something I've been talking about a lot lately. People have this persona of Suge just from the media. Right. You know, so it's real negative. You know, and I think it's the residue left over from the death row era. Absolutely. Where, you know, he did create this persona where it was actually brilliant at the time, you know. And then I think it just kind of, you know, snowballed, you know, after a while into something negative. But the whole thing about just, you know, especially being a Black male in the 90s, owning a record label, if you were even lucky enough to make it happen, you know, a lot of times they got pushed around and told what they can do and what they can't do, and limited. But Suge's idea was like, not me, you know, that's not going to happen. And sometimes you have to do a couple extreme things to show them, like, I'm not that dude. Like when I say, you know, if you do right by me, I'm going to do right by you. But if you screw me, then I'm going to make sure you don't want to do it again, you know. And it didn't matter if it was a corporate office or somewhere in the club or street or whatever. And that was the thing about Suge and Death Row. It's like they built that persona like, you're not going to mess with us and think it's going to be okay. But the only problem I see in that is, you know, when things kind of went downhill and Death Row fell apart, then it was like, you know, oh, now we're not too worried about it, you know, so now we can just say whatever in the media and make it all negative, you know. And then it all, you know, any of the good kind of faded. You know, I learned a lot about, you know, like the celebrities, you know, that used to, because it's funny, you never, and some, I'm gonna leave them nameless, but some of them are like, you know, huge stars now, and I've never heard them ever mention anything about Suge Knight, Death Row. And then you sit and listen to the guys tell stories, and you're like, you know, some of these people when they were in their humble beginnings, you know, chasing after Suge and, you know, being up under Suge, and, you know, spending a lot of time with Suge and Suge taking care of them in different ways. And, you know, they really, a lot of people, you know, really mess with Suge heavy. But then after everything kind of went left, you know, they distanced themselves. They went on with their careers, but you never hear it. If I told you some of the names, you'd be like, what?
Right. And it's crazy because it was such a big part of developing them as artists and as stars.
Yeah.
And like you said, some of it's just never spoken of.
Right. And, you know, from some of the women that are stars now, you know, that were chasing after them, you'd be like, her? Really? Chasing after Suge Knight?
No names, not just one?
Nah, don't get me in that. I got to see these people.
Right.
Like, really?
That's all right.
You gonna tell my business? You know, but so you know, and that's the nature of this business, man. Stuff go left, people try to start distancing themselves from anything that could harm their image or reputation.
Pop 24/7. It's on.
I'm gonna be there an hour tops, all right? 1 hour. Then I'm coming right back to you.
Yo, Pac, what up?
So, I have to know, if you had the opportunity to sit down with Pac for 5 minutes, what would you ask him? What would you talk about?
Man, that's a hard one. Because if that ever happened, we'd probably talk all week.
Yeah.
I think the main thing I would ask, what I would say is, I'd ask him, Pac, what would you have done different? You know, knowing what you know now, you know, what would you have done different? What choices would you have made? Would you still went the same way, or would you went a different way? You know? I think that answer would be the most interesting. Yeah. Just because we didn't get to see, you know, what his evolution was coming to, you know. So we kind of got an idea, but you know, we just didn't get to see it, you know. So it's like, you know, and he was so smart, you know, and talented and wise. You know, so some of the things that he got into, some of the paths he went down, it was kind of like, you know, why? You know, why? I know we know you knew better, you know, or we know you knew some things around you weren't right, you know. So, you know, what was it that made you say, hell with it, we're going down this path anyway?
Yeah.
You know, and so yeah, I definitely asked him, you know, what would you do different?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
Anything else you have upcoming that you want to plug that we should be looking out for?
Working with my producer partner, Chasen Beecham. Shout out to Chasen and Podium Films. So we're working on some a show called Protege, about UFC fighters and their proteges. A show called The UC that I created. And that's producing wise. I'd also star in that show, so I'd be producing and starring. So we're trying to work with Netflix to get that on.
Nice.
Writing, you know, trying to sell some scripts. I've sold one already before, and it got made into a movie.
Yes,
so trying to replicate.
Mr. Right, right?
Yeah, Mr. Right. Yeah, so trying to replicate that success and grow it. And then, you know, more acting. I've kind of been holding up on the acting gigs, not really accepting anything until A, I get back down to my size that I want to be, and B, just when the movie comes out, you know, people trying to get in, you know, on the cheap side. Let's get them now.
Yeah.
You know, and so,
nah.
I'm gonna make you wait. Gonna make you wait. So, you know, the good thing is, you know, a lot of the major studios are, you know, they're snooping around and they're asking questions and checking the schedule. So I'm like, okay, that's a good sign.
That is a good
sign. You know, so we'll see. We'll get into something crazy.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations on everything. I really, really appreciate you taking the time to talk to me, and all of our fans out there and your fans are super excited to see this film. I know I am. Big Pac fan.
I love the fans.
Definitely looking forward to it. And thank you again.
I appreciate it. Thank you for having me.
song with the next song. That's the new shit. Yeah. Y'all ready to hear some of this new shit before we get to that real shit? You think that they don't sound like they're ready? They don't sound. Hey, yo, check this out.
Welcome to Stone Mountain, Georgia, and welcome to the Peace Garden Park, which was discovered, designed, and founded by the late Miss Afeni Shakur, the mother who dedicated this to her son, the late, great, and legendary Tupac Shakur.
They put a Tupac statue in Stone Mountain.
I let you know how much sugar in the other.
What the fuck it did? They supposed to be pop? What the fuck it did?
That's granddad.
This ain't no goddamn Tupac. Hey, look, man, y'all find out what it take to get this statue changed, man. How much it cost or whatever. Nah, we just gonna change the whole statue, man. Cause the face ain't, I mean, the wardrobe ain't right neither, man.
No, listen, man, my girl mama lived like that by something.
Nah, man, we need to.
And replace it by the morning.
Nah, we need to change that. We need to change that, man. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Let's start. I'm gonna goddamn. I'm willing to make myself available to do anything I can, and spare my and donate resources toward changing that motherfucking statue.
It's Pop in his age right now.
And my raps that I'm rapping to my community, every time I speak, I want the truth to come out.
Legacy Center in Stone Mountain on Memorial Drive. And for all of you from the community, y'all should be cheering just for that alone. We got some stuff happening in these backyards. Gentleman who has a mission, I want y'all to hear the mission. I want you to meet him. And I think y'all need to show him some love too. Y'all give it up for Mr. Jim Burnett, y'all. Give it up. Which one is he? Okay, good, that's him.
How's everybody? All right. I want to kind of clarify a couple of things. This is no longer the Tupac Shakur Center. Uh-oh, I see some faces. Uh-oh. This is the Legacy Center and the Legacy Garden. When I purchased this property back in December of 2015, one thing I did do and promise to the family that I would never let that name die. We're not going to let the spirit of Pac die.
That's good.
All right, but I want to clarify, because of legal reasons, this is not the Tupac Center.
Right.
But believe me, the spirit's here, his ashes is over there, and his statue is going to be over there. All right, the Legacy Garden, just so you know, we named it the Legacy Garden because we're not only, and I'm giving you guys some little inside information that most people don't even know yet, but we're going to have other stars, statues in that park. All right, so it's going to be our park. For our stars, on Real Talk, we have to. If we don't respect, if we don't honor our own stars, all right, some of them died, early. We want to have Lisa Lopez over in that park. We want to have Biggie over in that park. And then we're going to take suggestions from some of you guys as to who else. But we can't do it by ourselves. This is going to be a community thing, all right? We need your help as far as monies to raise it so we can put it up there. This, as you probably see, this is a sculpture that's it's not finished. This is not the finished product, all right? But he's working on this. The sculpture that's going to be put up, the new statue that's going to be put up. There's a lot of more work that's needs involved. But this, as it is right now, looks better than the one that was up there before. Do we not agree?
Yeah. Characters for the kids. This is what we're talking about. We need to do this more. I'm the general manager here at the Legacy Garden, and I just want y'all to know, I'm a vessel. You know, and all of us have to play our role, whether you choose to do it or not. But with Mr. Burnett's vision and the promise he made to the late Phoenix Shakur, rest her soul, and Tupac, and the vision and the spirit with the whole concept of what we're doing with this place. It ain't about the legal part of it. It ain't about the music. It's about our communities, empowering our communities, reaching our children, saving these kids.
Would you? You probably without. Let me tell you. These young boys right here, they ain't no joke. How you doing, brother? How you doing? Don't let the smooth face fool you.
Worldwide Entertainment TV, and I am your host, Miss Goldie. Right now, we're in New York at the Ruff Ryders 20-year anniversary reunion tour. So excited about who's going to touch the red carpet and who is going to hit the stage. So make sure you stay tuned. Make sure you subscribe to Worldwide Entertainment TV and go to our website, worldwideentertainmenttv.com. Thank you.
WorldwideEntertainmentTV.com.
Good.
And I did.
Got it? Yeah. Yeah, you guys doing it good. You see this video right here? Yo, what's that? What's that?
What's that? What's that?
This is a video of a girl dancing to my song.
Your song?
Yeah, that's serious.
Yo.
I'm that serious.
No.
You think I'm lying?
Yo, she getting it though.
Nah, she's going in.
Yo.
For real.
Hey.
Hold up. Hey.
Yeah. Thank you for having me. It's monumental for me. I mean, I want everybody to make some noise. Everybody. I want to hear the whole stadium make some noise. Yeah. Yo, I love y'all. Thank you.
So, me, I'm not going to sound like everybody else. I'm going to have my own twang. I'm not going to sound just like the Ruff Ryders because I'm not going to try and fill their shoes. I'm going to do me. I want to go into my own lane. I'm going to,
TV just premiered your new video, Dab and Dip. I love it. I watched it. We got it on play 1,000,000 times.
Hey.
Just give a shout out to Miss Goldie and Worldwide Entertainment TV.
Miss Goldie, I got you. Worldwide TV. See, that's easy.
Easy.
No, real easy.
Go get to work, boo.
Okay.
Stop drop because that was the beat that changed my life, and we'll see how they act when they come on even tonight. So that's where it all started from. Stop drop. So that's my favorite track.
What's the beat you're least proud of?
I don't put anything out that I'm
So we have Billboard and as well as CBS.
Yo, real quick. 20 years ago, the accident.
Everybody always want what they can't have. So they're getting fed what's now. So it's just like going back to a throwback jersey or going back to an old pair of J's. It's going to make you feel authentic. So people to be able to say they're here tonight, that's an authentic vibe that they're going to feel tonight. It's like, yo, I seen the whole Ruff Ryders in concert. That's like going to like a monumental show, right? That's going to be a staple point for your life. Because there's Coachella, there's all these different things with the same artists that you hear on the radio 100 times, but then there's something that's very unique that doesn't really come around like that. And I think that's what tonight is, and I think that's what makes it special.
Thank you.
All right. Welcome to WWETV New York, and I am your host, Miss Goldie. Right now, we're live at the Ruff Ryders Reunion Tour, and we got the pleasure of chopping it up with Ruff Ryders, one of Ruff Ryders' newest artists.
P-KASH, what's going on? I came all the way from Brooklyn to be here, supporting the Ruff Ryders 20 years, and it's crazy.
You know you in Brooklyn right now, right?
Of course. I'm from Brooklyn, so I have to come out and just show love and support. And I seen y'all, and
Right.
it's just crazy. Shout out to Eve, DMX, everybody who's on the team. Y'all, they inspired me throughout the whole 90s. The whole 90s was Ruff Ryders. I was a fan from Def Jam to what they're doing now. So shout out to Ruff Ryders doing their thing.
So are you performing tonight, or are you just here to support?
I just came out to perform. Support. That's all it is. I came out to support, show love, because like I said, these are the people I look up to.
Right.
So when I was looking up to them, all I could do is give back and support and show them nothing but love, you know?
That's what's up. Shout out to the Ruff Ryders showing love and support. Tell everybody where they can follow you.
You can follow me at Instagram, P-KASH, P-K-A-S-H-E-N-T. Also, Castel Vodka, I'm one of the sponsors for that. I also got the Today's Rappers magazine. I'm on the front cover of that. Also, shout out to Our Own Appeal. I'm one of the brand ambassadors for that. And just keep me locked, you know what I'm saying?
He got a lot of stuff going on right now. Give a shout out to Worldwide Entertainment TV.
All right. What's up, y'all? It's your boy P-KASH. Shout out to Worldwide Entertainment TV. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
What's up, everybody? From Worldwide Entertainment TV, I'm your host, Miara Jennings, and I'm out here at the LA Convention Center for the BET Experience Fan Fest. You don't want to miss this. Stay tuned.
I wanna fight, don't have to smoke me up, I got my own. Looking like you wanna taste it, I know. If you rock with me, you'll never be alone. Time is of the essence, baby, tell me what you waiting for. When I see you, baby, wanna take it off. Where you are, keep it cool, can't let me know. I tell you what, baby, don't be shy now. What you wanna see? With a chick like me, yeah, I want you.
Yeah. Walked in this party and these girls looking up. Skinny jeans on and you know my hair now. Hey, okay. I want y'all to do this dance now. Juju on that beat. Okay. Juju on that. Walked in this party and these girls looking up. Jeans on, you know my head now. Hey, okay. I want y'all to do this dance now. Juju on that beat. Juju on that beat. Now slide, chop, hit the phone, don't stop, hey. Don't stop, hey. Don't stop, hey.
I'm over here at the main stage right now. This crowd is crazy. Got some amazing performers on deck, so stay tuned.
Baby, I need you. I want you. Baby, I need you. I want you. Baby, I got it. Oh yeah. Baby, I got it. They think I just joke, I love it. They come in without the purple bells on three. On three. 1, 2, 3. She see money all around me. So big, it don't fit my reverend. And that nigga's pretty big. Ain't just so fast, every black is a trip. Baby girl wish that I got the 2-seater, but I had to get 5 if my niggas wanna ride. That's my baby, Caroline, you divine, mighty fine. Shawty really modified, like a flower. Don't wanna talk it out, can we? You gon' be up all night for the decaf. You say I'ma talk to guess I'm a. If you want sex, baby, use a knee pad. Freaky with this thing, you better get it. Killer! Ubers full of shooters that are quick and stop like. Yeah, still rap for my guns. And we still packing them nuts. Ain't nothing changed. I'm still the wave, for shit. These niggas got me, we got these songs. I can never a date best friend. I want the Louis last. I want to wear with a 10. I want the finer things. I want designer things. I want a lot of things. I just want the ring. Yeah. Go. That's your dick. That's your pretty. That cool apple roll. I said chicken flare with you. Hey, I been kicking shit with you. Yeah. I just spoke a blood with you. I think that I know. I'm from California. You can tell this by my dance. My niggas a daddy. You can tell this by his stance. Don't tell no subliminals or you'll be throwing hands. My bro play baseball. I hope you know how to catch. On the count of 3, time for Cali. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, let's go. Play until we get out of here. All the homies doing good too. I'm spying in my little life. A girlie I can get cause she don't get too many likes. A curly headed cutie. Hands up, everybody. 1, go, 2, let's go. 1, 2, 3, let's go. Game up, cut my change up. I swear on my niggas, I won't ever change up. Oh, yo, my bricks, oh, yo, my bricks, I ain't gon' back broke, never. And when niggas getting rich, come on.
Ran down on that bitch twice. Ran down on that bitch twice. You know me, I be with whatever. If a bitch be for me, yeah. Ran down on that bitch twice. Yes. Ran down on that bitch twice. I make body moves. Say I don't gotta dance, I make body moves. If I see when nigga, you ain't got no back off, you should back up. All the hoes say I'm handsome, I got my bands up. I got bands down my head off for a ransom. It's a whole lot of ways I could get my cash up. Nigga, you ain't got no back up, you should back up. All the hoes say I'm handsome, I got my bands up. I got bands down my head up for a ransom. Nigga, I ain't for no cash. What the fuck is that sound? What the fuck is that sound? I put the mat down, nigga, sat down. I got shit I never had now, I can brag now. Got my bitch a Louis bag now.
That was a blast. I hope you guys enjoyed following along today at the BET Experience Fan Fest. Make sure you comment below and let us know what you thought. Hit subscribe and the notifications bell so you know when WWETV posts a new video. And we'll see you guys at the next event. Bye.
Right now, we're there. We're up on the YouTube train. We're chuckling through. We're coming in. We're going to pull up in YouTube London, YouTube Space London, and we've got legends on board. Legends on board. All right. Storming, for those that don't know, if you don't know, where you've been. Legend from the grime scene, from the D&B scene. Tell the people about Storming. Who is Storming for someone that's never ever heard a man before, had his head on the rock for 10 years?
Storming is one of the most energetic, most hype artists you've ever seen in the UK underground music. Yeah, he is a person who was a part of one of the first ever legendary grime crews, and now a part of one of the biggest drum and bass teams at the moment, called SAS, formerly Nasty Crew. How else do you put it? The guy who is known for not really holding anything down, being very upfront, smokes it on the camera, gets mad views for it, goes to the shop and gets mad views for it. He is just himself.
Boom. So man is a musician, he's a character, he's a man. All right, so let's take it back. You said history. Let's take it way, way, way back.
Yeah.
Cool school.
Wow. Cool school. All right. 13. The biggest thing in the ends. I want to MC. No one wants to let me in because I'm too young. You got to prove yourself. This contest comes every year. One of the biggest jungle.
Who ran it?
Cool FM.
Okay.
That was like the biggest drum and bass jungle radio station underground in the whole of London. They used to put on this event for the under 18s to actually have a competition of lyrics, and my area was like, you might as well go for it. Like, you're doing all these house raves, it's time for you to take the next step. So I did exactly that and came out the champ.
And I've been winning ever since.
Yeah, non-stop.
Okay, so then NAST the Y, Nasty Crew.
Yeah, man. Started again, that was just after the jungle years, around 15, 16. Got a call from Sharky Major.
I'm correct in believing that you're one of the founding members, is that right?
Yep, definitely. Yep.
It's enough.
There was no Nasty Crew, yeah, until that phone call when Sharky rang me, yeah. Marcus Nasty was the DJ. He had Sharky as his MC, said we need another MC. Sharky rang me. We went on to, it was Flavor FM. After that day, history was made. We became Nasty Crew.
Whose decision was it to be Nasty Crew? Who came with the name? Marcus' idea?
No, it was actually the guy who owned the radio station came on and said, yes, that was the Nasty Boys, so that was wicked. We checked that older. Man is a big man. Even though we was only 16, 17, you can't call man boy. So
and even in the ghetto, to reach 16 and 17 worldwide, something enough man don't reach it. So to kind of build them kind of ages, still of cognitive minds, to be free and still making decisions, that's a big man's status, and to be pioneering in these ways. Do you know what I mean? Like to be taking these big leader steps, it's a big man's status. So he was christened the Nasty Boys, and then it developed into
the Nasty Crew.
Yes.
It wasn't even christened Nasty Boys, we threw that away and said, man, you can't
try
call us
christen
that.
it.
No, so that's that. We all put crew instead, yeah, and roll like that. And then from there we started evolving. We then brought in AMARU, who was a close friend of mine, because me, AMARU, Dizzy Rascal, and Master B used to be in a crew called YGS. That was before Nasty Crew, but they obviously didn't go too far. So I thought, you know what, me and have been friends, bring him in. Later on, Kano was a good friend of Sharky's, D-Double we both knew. Getz was a close friend of me and Sharky. Kano, Footsie, Monkey.
It's very East London.
Yeah, it was. We was all kind of friends. We all knew each other. Do you know what I mean? It wasn't, oh yeah, you could MC, you could join us. No, it was like we knew each other. Like Footsie and my dad, Footsie's dad and my dad were sounds. They had different sound systems from Skate.
History and
right, you see what I'm saying? So that obviously brought us together. D-Double living next to Footsie, you know, hold on, we see him all the time. Kano being in East Ham, Sharky used to go out that way a lot. Me and Sharky being close friends, I'd go with him. Do you know what I mean? It's all, yeah, we all linked up together and decided to make that main thing Nasty Crew.
The Plug. We're going to get into the ins and out of the album, which drops Friday the 18th of August on all social platforms. It's going to be a crazy madness. We're going to get into the world of Charlie Sloth with the DJ you can trust. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to an exclusive, world exclusive with your boy, the original Memzy. We're live right here on Urban History X. I'm with, I can say, Foundation. I'm here with a producer, an artist, radio DJ, club DJ, presenter, father. Going to be bringing out one of the hottest UK albums on Friday the 18th of August. It's Charlie Sloth.
Mad thing, my brother Memzy.
Charlie, let's go straight into this exclusive interview right now. The Plug, what's the meaning of The Plug?
So for years, you know, like anytime somebody introduced me to somebody or anytime somebody hollers at me, they've always referred to me as The Plug. Like, you know, like if someone's introducing me to an artist or to a manager or to another DJ, like, yo, this is Charlie, it's The Plug. And, you know, I was like, rah, a lot of people look at me and class me as the plug, the person that plugs people in, whether it be in business, whether it be with relationships, just the guy that can be that bridge, that conduit to help bring things together. And when I was making the album, it became very clear that I kind of was that guy, without sounding like an egotistical dickhead. I was that guy that helped conduit a lot of situations and a lot of relationships. So I thought it was only right, especially with the premise of the album. You know, there's artists from Jamaica, America, Africa, the UK, and I kind of put them all together into this melting pot and like made this fusion of sounds that I felt warranted me giving it the title of the plug.
The album, was it all Charlie Sloth production?
All 22 records were produced by me. We actually cut 56 records for the album.
Wow.
And we had to get it down to 22, and that was the most challenging thing, getting the record from 56 to 22. And like some of my favorite records didn't actually make it onto this album, and that was because I just wanted the album to have a very unique sound to it. I wanted every record to sound different from each other. There's not two records that sound the same, and that was a massive task for me to make it sound like that, especially for my first album, my debut album. I wanted to show how diverse I am musically, and especially in terms of production. There's loads of records that I produced on loads of people's albums that people don't even know that I produced, like big albums. I've got a record on the Last Gigs album, the Landlord album, you know, and I've got records produced on bare albums around the world that people don't even know that I produced. So when it comes to making my album, where it was my name above the door, I had to make sure that it really represented who I am.
What kind of artists didn't make the album?
There's loads. There's like household names that didn't make it on this album. Them records will be used for another album, without a shadow of a doubt. Like my second album's done. Like
Wow.
It's in the can, it's finished, it's done. And I'll drop that early next year. So the records haven't gone to waste. And you know, I called them and I explained the situation, and they was all very understanding that, you know, this is like a puzzle, and putting the puzzle together sometimes means that there's pieces that don't fit into this part of the puzzle. It doesn't mean that the piece is not good. It means it just goes into the other part of the puzzle. Like, this is like, I'm not trying to build one picture. I'm trying to create 50. So one piece might not fit in this, but it's going to fit in another. And I'm lucky enough to have relationships with a lot of the guys that I work with, where they understand that, yo, like,
you can't make it on this album, but
it's on the next one.
It's the next album.
Yeah.
So will it be called The Plug 2?
Nah, I've already got the title for the next album.
Exclusive?
You know what, I've not told anyone this, but because it's Memsy, I'm going to tell you.
That.
So the next album is called Lifestyle.
Let Me Live,
Nobody
baby.
knows that. It's called Lifestyle.
Lifestyle.
Yeah.
Let's go back to the album. Who's featured on this album? The Body of Work drops on Friday, the 18th of August.
Yeah.
It's going to be out in all digital stores, everywhere. Who's on the album?
I think everyone. Giggs, Stormzy, Potter, Bugsy Malone, Young T, Bugsy, 21 Savage, Alameda, Lil Kesh, Notes, White Righteous, Avelino, Lady Leisha, Sean Kingston, Spice, Deneo, Conscience, Gets, Abracadabra, Fredo, Western. I mean, the list is pretty intense.
It's going to be crazy.